Thanks for checking out this haul video. So obviously I'm going to go over what I got for Christmas from people. And this is just the horror related stuff because I did get a few other things that are not horror related. I just figured just do the horror because that's what this is all about, this channel. So I'm going to see if I can pick this up and just show you the stack I'm going to go through without causing any issues. It's a weird looking stack at first, but I'll obviously get to the movies last. And you can already see what some of the stuff is. So I'm just going to go from the top down. So the first thing is my good buddy Rich, my best friend, and his wife Stephanie, awesome people, got me a Sam mug, which I drink tea. I no longer drink coffee. I used to drink coffee, but I quit drinking coffee because of stomach issues and also because of anxiety issues. But I still drink tea, non-caffeinated, and this is a really nice mug to have because obviously I love Trick or Treat. It's one of my favorite horror movies. So yeah, thank you, Rich and Stephanie. They gave me two other things too that I'll get to later, but just going down this. My wife was really thinking outside the box, and she found someone through Etsy who does metalwork, and the name is Crown Kirk Industrial is what it is, and I can show you the logo in a minute, but the first thing she got me is a spoon, and you'll be like, oh, a spoon, okay, but the spoon says, if you can see it there, serial killer, which, clever, yeah, well, serial killer, and then it has Sam from Trick or Treat, and then on the back also says Trick or Treat, although it says Trick or Treat, it should say Trick or Treat, and then the lollipop from Trick or Treat, which is awesome. And to go along with that, she also got me a serial killer bowl with the same stuff. Now, the interesting thing is here, it's done correctly. It says Trick or Treat. The spoon's off. But same things, Trick or Treat, Sam's head, the lollipop, all the way around. And I'll show you the logo of the company that did it, if anyone wants to look that up. Because real outside the box, real cool. Now, the cool thing about this, too, is not only does it make me think about... well, in addition to being functional, but not only does it make me think about the film Trick or Treat, but the serial killer term also makes me think of one of my favorite guilty pleasure movies, which is Hackers, and Matthew Lillard's character serial killer in that, so it makes me think of that too. So that's that. Next thing is Uncle Pete, your friendly neighborhood Uncle Pete, who I do the horror debate series with, and who is a good friend of mine, just randomly sent me something. And it's really cool. It's Horror Trivia Part 2, Deeper Cuts. Darkness Returns to Trivia. So I've already gone through a bunch of these because, like, literally the day that I opened it, we were going to spend time with her family, and we have to drive about an hour. So I was like, babe, can we go over these in the car? So she literally read through a bunch of these, and I tried to guess them. And honestly, because this was like Part 2 Deeper Cuts, I thought there were going to be a lot that I wouldn't get, but I was like getting like 90-some% of them, so I made me feel a little bit better about my abilities as far as horror trivia goes. So yeah, this is a lot of fun, so thank you very much, Uncle Pete. Really appreciate that. Then a movie that my wife got me, she had heard me talking about, and she knows it's my favorite movie. I only have it on DVD, well, had it on DVD, and she got me the 4K of The Shining. I mean, the DVD looked really good, so I cannot even imagine how good this 4K is going to look. I do actually have an actual 4K television, so I'm very excited to watch this, and she has agreed to watch it with me because, she is a fan. I wouldn't say she's a fan, but she's okay with watching The Shining. She finds it interesting enough. She's already seen it a few times because it's my favorite, I subject her to it, but love that I have The Shining 4K now. That's wonderful. Then the next two are movies that I got from friends Rich and Stephanie. This is a movie that I've actually really enjoyed for a long time, and just for some reason I just never owned it, and that was the original What We Do in the Shadows movie. Great horror comedy, mockumentary style. If you haven't seen What We Do in the Shadows, it is so much fun. I'm not going to read about it because so many people know about it, but it's obviously the basis for the TV show through FX that's been super, super popular. But I do really love this, and I'm looking forward to revisiting it. So thank you, Rich and Stephanie. And then this one, this one is one of the most important ones I've gotten because this is a movie that I also love that I can't believe I still don't own it. A lot of people can't believe I still don't own it because I've talked about it enough. I've forced other people to watch it, and that is The Baby. If you have not seen The Baby, seek it out and watch it. It's ridiculous. I found this movie maybe like 5-6 years ago at this point and watched it for the first time. It was on Shudder back then, and it is something. Literally, the tagline on the back is, "What goes on in this nursery isn't for kids." It's basically about a man who has been kept a baby mentally for his entire life by his mother and sisters. And some really wild stuff happens in the movie. It's really uncomfortable to watch at first because the performances are so good. But it is a wild, fun, ridiculous movie, and I love The Baby, and I'm so excited to finally have it. I've thought about buying it for myself numerous times over the past years, but finally have The Baby. Thanks, Rich and Stephanie. So then the last 6 are movies that I got from my wife's family, because we do gift exchange where we'll send a list of what we're interested in. So you're not just like buying off list for people. You're just using a list and getting what they really want. So first of all, my sister-in-law wanted to get a theme out of what I had given her. So she went with a theme of aquatic, because I put a bunch of like Scream Factory films on there because I don't really buy from Scream Factory much. But there are titles that I really do want, and she was like, I want to do a themed thing. So she went aquatic, and the first one is Humanoids of the Deep, which if you haven't seen this Roger Corman film, it's a lot of fun. It's literally these creatures that come out of the water and want to mate with human women and just kill the men, and they wreak so much havoc, and it's a really fun, ridiculous, over-the-top movie. So excited to finally have Humanoids of the Deep. Then one of the best Jaws ripoffs out there, which I love, is Alligator, and this one's obviously on 4K, which is wonderful. Can't wait to see it on 4K, because I really like this. Robert Forster is so great in it. Literally Jaws ripoff about a giant alligator in the sewers in the city and eating people, and eventually it busts out of the sewers, and that's when the most fun happens in the film. I love this. So excited to have it. And then here's one I've never seen before, but I've heard is also a really good Jaws ripoff, and that is Dino De Laurentiis' Orca the Killer Whale. So I've not seen this one. I'm very excited about it, but literally like a killer whale, but it's a Jaws ripoff. So very, very interested to get into this one, and I'll do one of those like short review videos for it when I finally get to it, like 60-second or less shorts, but very excited about that one. Because everything else that I got, I've seen them before. That's the only one that I've not actually seen before, so particularly excited about it for that reason. Okay, then down to the last 3. I got these from my mother-in-law, who is awesome and has bought me plenty of horror things over the years, which I appreciate. So I had Slumber Party Massacre on Blu-ray, and I've always wanted Slumber Party Massacre 2, and there just so happened to be a 2-pack 4K. So now I don't need my Slumber Party Massacre, so not because I have 4K of Slumber Party Massacre and Slumber Party Massacre 2, which are a lot of fun. I mean, obviously, Slumber Party Massacre is like for people who haven't seen it, a Halloween ripoff, like almost exactly a Halloween ripoff. And Slumber Party Massacre 2 kind of rips off Nightmare on Elm Street a little bit more, but it's very ridiculous and terrible. It's one of those so bad it's good films, but I really love how quirky and stupid it is. So very excited to have this in 4K. Then the last 2 are classics that I have never owned. I have wanted to own. They've been on a list for me to get for a long time, and she finally got, or well, I wouldn't say she finally got them for me. I haven't been asking for them until now. I added them to my list, and she thankfully picked them off the list. And I'm excited to finally own them. The first one is the Brian De Palma masterpiece on 4K, Carrie. Obviously, one of the most amazing, especially like looking and material-wise, films. Definitely, probably the best Stephen King adaptation. But Carrie, wonderful. I'm not going to explain this movie because if you don't know about Carrie at this point, just look it up. And then the last one of the best anthology films on 4K, Creepshow. Been wanting to own Creepshow for quite some time, and I finally own it. This is one I've always kind of craved rewatching every October, but I just don't have it. So now I have it, and I have it on 4K. So excited to see how wonderful it looks there. So yeah, that's it. That's my haul. Very excited about that. Again, I know I always say this and people tell me, like, you know, you don't have to feel like you have to say this, but I kind of do. Like, I am very fortunate in my life that I get to give gifts and receive gifts. I know there are a lot of people who are experiencing financial issues and they really aren't able to do that, or they're not able to do a whole lot. So when I show off these hauls, I do it because A, I'm excited about these things, and B, I do know that there is an audience out there who really like watching these types of videos and they want to know what we got. And I do want to hear from other people, you know, obviously put in the comments, like, what did you get for, and it doesn't even have to be horror, but what did you get for the holidays that you were really excited about? But I'm not doing it to, like, you know, forget that I am to be like too materialistic, I guess, and forget that I'm actually kind of privileged in where I am in my life right now. So yeah, just want to say that. But yeah, let me know what you got for the holidays and why you're excited about it, what you got. And like I said, it doesn't have to be horror. Go ahead and put it in comments. Do me a favor, put a thumbs up on this video if you liked it. That helps with the YouTube algorithm situation. You can subscribe to my channel. That's your best way to repay me for free content. If you like even one video I've ever done, it's worth subscribing because it is quick, it is painless, it costs you no money. And also you can hit the notification bell button because then you'll know when I put up new videos. So anyway, thank you so much for checking this video out. And until next time, keep it brutal.